So you've got these stock tokens that are launching on Arbitrum, and then they're actually planning to migrate to their own proprietary Robinhood L2, which is built on your guys' stack. And like in very dumb terms, like for anyone who doesn't know the Arbitrum platform, you've got like Arbitrum 1, and then you've got Arbitrum, the Orbit stack. So it seems like they're basically launching on Arbitrum, and then as they scale up and they get more users and like more product shipped, they're actually pivoting off to the Arbitrum Orbit stack. Is this like, how did this come together? How did this plan happen?
I think that's actually one of the core benefits of the Arbitrum stack. It's just, what AJ was telling you before. The Arbitrum stack is actually the only stack that has both a credibly neutral top 5 blockchain, if you will, and also a top blockchain stack where you can go ahead and build your own blockchain. If you look for an institution or really anyone that wants to maintain optionality, like the absolute best place to build is Arbitrum, because we can grow with you. What Robinhood actually did was they said, "Hey, we're launching immediately, quickly today on Arbitrum One, deep liquid platform with deep liquidity, and one that's available right away." They didn't have to do all this pre-work to build the chain before it was announced, which would have been very difficult, of course, to get all the partners on board without this leaking publicly. So they could announce, be live day one on Arbitrum One, and then migrate when they're ready to their own chain, and do that using the exact same software stack, so they don't have to change their contracts. If you imagine they used a different stack, which has different programming languages or just different features, it would be actually much, much more difficult to migrate. And this is actually something, we've seen with other projects as well, where everyone thinks everyone wants to get to a point where they're going to launch, their own chain. For Robinhood, it clearly makes sense, and they're at that scale. But not for everyone it is. For everyone, for many people, it actually makes sense to begin with their own chain. But everyone has that vision that they want to get there. And the question is, do you have to decide that on day one and sort of lock yourself into one of these two worlds? In most stacks, you do. If you talk to our competitors, there are those that have a public, credibly neutral chain, and there are those that have a blockchain stack. But there's no one else that has both. And those that have a chain will tell you, no matter who you are, you should build your own chain. And those that don't will say, no matter who you are, you really don't want to build your own chain. We actually have the ability to work with you and say, maybe you should build your own chain today, maybe not. And even if you decide not to, you can actually always revisit that decision tomorrow, which is a really unique feature of what we do.
Yeah, I'll just add in some things that Vlad shared publicly, and I know from my conversations with them, it was really important for them to get this product out ASAP. And like obviously when they did at like ECC, right? They launched tokenized stocks in the EU. They wanted to do a whole show here. They wanted to have a bang that it goes live. This is like what they called phase one. They have a very ambitious roadmap for what they want to be doing on chain to serve their core business. And designing the chain is not something they want to rush. And so like what Steven said, which is a critical point, is they can be building on Arbitrum and not rush that component of it without having to sort of add complexities that they would have to have if like it was a different sort of migration, right? So they wanted to announce the chain because they want to think about how do we attract the business, infrastructure, architecture. Very hard to do that in stealth. So this ability is like, I think, a very valuable feature that they had in this whole product roadmap, because like getting this product out was critical. Like you saw, like, other tokenized stocks, are coming to market, and it's becoming a very competitive space. They want to put their foot down. I think they're the best position to win, which is awesome. And we want to be there for that journey, but like they don't want to rush the chain, right? Yeah. So like phase 2, phase 3, everything beyond is, could probably go to Robinhood chain if it doesn't start there. But like they're able to do that while like not saying, oh my God, we're delayed on our core product and capturing market share.